Buongiorno everyone and welcome back to Lineup Predictions. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, help a brother out, smash a like and share the video as well. Mucho appreciato. West Ham away at the Olympic Stadium tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoff live on Sky Sports, thankfully. First game of the season is always an interesting one for me, and predicting the lineup, it's hard. I think every club's probably in the same boat. They don't know who's going to start. We've made some signings in the last 5 days. 3 great new signings. Will they be thrown straight in? Who knows? We've got a lot of injuries that I'll cover now. Kieran Clark's still out. He's been training for the last 3-4 days, but unlikely to feature. Same with Paul Dummett, Fabian Schär, Matty Longstaff, Martin Dubravka and Dwight Gale. Ryan Fraser, one of the new boys, is to be confirmed to be involved. Personally, I doubt it. He hasn't kicked a competitive ball in 8 months. He's been without a club for 5. He's had about 4 days training with the lads. So for me, it's unlikely Ryan Fraser will feature. We have got a cup game against Championship side Blackburn on Tuesday. So that might be a better opportunity for him to get in, get a few more days training behind him, and slightly lesser opposition. I'm not going to disrespect Blackburn too much, but it should be an easier game for someone to get involved that hasn't played for as long as he has. West Ham, on the other hand, they might struggle. This could be a great opportunity for us. It could be a perfect first game for us to get involved in. They've made no real new signings. They've brought Thomas Souček in permanently, who they had on loan last season, scored against us at St James's Park, but he's out. He's injured, so no Thomas Souček. They've been trying to get James Tarkowski in from Burnley, but can't match their 50 million valuation. They might be playing Ben Johnson, 20-year-old promising right back. He's come in to challenge Ryan Frederick's position at right back for them this season. But I think he had a poor pre-season from what I read. I think he got pulled off in one of their friendly games for a poor performance. So if he's up against anyone really, saint-maximin, Almiron, Fraser, we could pinpoint him, see what he's all about. But yeah, we did draw against them at St James's last season, 2-2 after lockdown, and beat them 3-2 at the Olympic Stadium, which we also did a couple of seasons ago as well. 3-2 seems like a good score, so get that price boost on. I've got it on, £5 on, returns £135. Get on that one. So yeah, as I say, this lineup's going to be hard to predict. Agree with us if you will, maybe not, I don't know, but we have got some players injured. Some of the new boys, like I say, some of them haven't even played a game in months. They've only had 4 days training. It might be a little bit too much to ask to throw them in such a big game, which it is. I think a lot of people don't really take the first couple of games that seriously, but it's still one of the 38 games. You need to get off to a good start. If you start well, it means less opportunity to be battling relegation at the end of the season. So if you can make up the ground now, it'll save you at the end of the season. So yeah, we want to try and get off to a flyer. Stick my lineup in there then, and Carl Darlow in goal, who has just signed a new 5-year contract today. This has been a bit questionable. I know a lot of fans have been saying start Mark Gillespie. With Dubravka injured, of course, Darlow is our number 2. Mark Gillespie was brought in to be a number 3, basically to replace Rob Elliott from last season. Darlow, yeah, he did have a bit of a bad pre-season, so I understand people's doubts about him, but Bruce has got full confidence in him. Like I say, he just signed a new 5-year contract a couple hours ago. Bruce has spoke very highly of him, so I think he's got the full confidence. But as I say, Blackburn on Tuesday could be an opportunity for Mark Gillespie to get a shot. If Darlow is dodgy on Saturday, then put Mark Gillespie in on Tuesday, see what he's all about, and then maybe start him against Brighton the week afterwards. It could be an option, but yeah, Darlow is clearly the number 2, so stick with him for now. He's only got himself to prove why Brucey wanted to sign him for another 5 years. At right back, we'll start with Javier Manquillo. I think he started as, well, he was my main right back at the end of the season. I think throughout last season, it was a bit chop and change between Manquillo, Yedlin and Kraft. I think Manquillo cemented his place. He got a new contract extension before the end of the season. So yeah, Manquillo 100% for me. At the back, Iron Man Federico Fernandez obviously plays every single game and he's still fit, still going, still raring to play. Alongside Captain Jamal Lascelles, obviously got sent off against Middlesbrough, therefore missed the Stoke game, so we've missed him the last couple of games really. But he's back now, sliding there alongside Iron Man, and the rest of the centre-backs, there's not a lot of option. Like I say, Paul Dummett, Fabian Schär and Kieran Clark are all out, and Florian Lejeune's just gone on loan to Alaves in La Liga. Best of luck to Big Flo. He's had an unfortunate last couple of years really with injuries. He's a great player, but I think he needs this opportunity to get fit, go into a less physical league, I think, in La Liga. Hopefully, he's got to join Joselu. That's where Joselu is now, Alaves. So, yeah, best luck to Big Flo. Hopefully, he can come back fitter and stronger next season, and he could be like a new signing. So, I think it's a good move, to be fair. And at left back, to make his debut, going straight in there is the new £15 million signing from Norwich, Jamal Lewis. He's just come back off international duty, so you know he's fit. He played for Norwich in pre-season. He was called up to the Northern Ireland squad just last week. He played in the first game, sat out the second, so he could be fit to come to Newcastle the next day for his medical to sign those terms. So yeah, he's fit, he's ready to go, he wants to play, and we haven't really got a lot of more option at left back, so I think he's going to have to go in there. The only other people I would put in there are Manquillo, who I want at the right back, Dummett, who's out, or Matt Ritchie, who's touch and go. So yeah, Jamal Lewis for me has to go straight in there. In midfield, another consistent one like what Federico Fernandez is Isaac Hayden, another one who's just signed a new 6-year contract at the club today. That's great news. There was rumours of him potentially moving on. He wasn't happy a year or two ago about being up north. He wanted to be back down south with his family, which is it's fair enough. But he's much happier now, and to get a 6-year contract, to stop him leaving, to stop other people coming in. Like I say, there was rumours, I can't remember who, I think maybe it's West Ham, might be in West Ham, were knocking on the door. The likes of Aston Villa, I think, were trying to sign Isaac Hayden. So that washes that away. Great news, over the moon with that. He's played a lot in pre-season, he played against Stoke. It's centre-back, versatile player, play anywhere you want him to be. Alongside John Joe Shelvey. This was a bit of a 50-50 one for me between John Joe and Sean Longstaff. Shelvey missed the game against Stoke. I don't really know where he was. I never really heard of any injuries where he was, and I haven't heard about him being fit. But I know he's been in training this week, so yeah, if he's fit, he's got to start for me. He's a better option than what Sean Longstaff is. Sean Longstaff started against Stoke alongside Dan Barlaser in the middle of the field, but yeah, if Shelvey's going to be fit, he has to play for me. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Sean Longstaff in there with Shelvey dropping to the bench, but as I say, as long as he's fit, get him in. On the front line, I'm going to go left to right here. Saint-Maximin on the left to challenge against Ben Johnson at right back against West Ham. Main man, Maxi, he's got to start. You know the drill. With Miggy in the middle, Almiron, another one of our danger men. A lot of pace, can get at them. He scored against them as well in the home game just a few months ago. And it's the right, which may be a little bit of controversy. What options are a little bit limited at the minute. So just to throw a spanner in the works, I'm going to put Jacob Murphy in here. He had a good pre-season. I know a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with that, but he had a great pre-season. I think between him and Dan Barlaser, he's one of our standout players in pre-season. And I think he deserves a shot. I mentioned in a couple of our videos, he's a Newcastle fan. I think we need to treat him like one of our own. He's got the Geordie blood. His dad's from Ashington. Him and his brother grew up down south as diehard Newcastle fans. So I think we should give him a shot. He's been trying to right his wrongs. He had a great loan spell. I think he proved himself at Sheffield Wednesday, and he's come back in pre-season, played really, really well. But in terms of other options, as I say, Fraser's unlikely to play. Richie's touch and go. Joe Linton, he's only had about a week and a half back in training. He's been away looking after his lass who's up the duff. And other options are Atsu. That's all we've got really. So it's picking like the lesser of a handful of evils. Like, who do we play? Someone who's potentially injured, not fit, not had enough training, or just simply not good enough. But yeah, I think, like I say, I think the pre-season, I think Murphy's shown what he can do, and there's still about 3 weeks left of the window anyway. So I think Murphy's got an opportunity now to show he can prove what he can do in the Premier League, show that he is Premier League worthy. He's got a few games to do that, so give him a chance now. I think him and Dan Barlaser might be two that Brucey's looking to ship out on loan. Like, we can only have 22 outfield players in the squad above the age of 21, and I think currently we've got 28. I think Muto will be one to go. Lejeune's already away, but Brucey spoke about Muto before and said possibly needs to go somewhere else and play. It's not healthy that he's going to be in the squad but not involved. So similarly to what Saive and Jack Colback were last season. Saive is still there, so he's another one that could go. So there's a handful that we need to get rid of now. So give Murphy a shot. If he can do it in the Premier League against West Ham, great. If not, then all right, maybe just look to ship him off. So I'll start with him for now. And up top, I changed my mind on this just before filming. I had Andy Carroll starting. Carroll had another great pre-season. He's fit, which is a big thing about Andy Carroll because that doesn't come around very often. He got right through pre-season without picking up any injuries and scored a couple of goals. We've been waiting a year for him to get on the score sheet. He scored 2 great goals as well. So yeah, I did want Andy Carroll to start with the thought that Callum Wilson, he'd only had 4 days training. He only signed on Monday. It's not a long time to get involved with the team, whereas Carroll's been here all throughout pre-season, all throughout last year, got a couple of goals under his belt. But Wilson is clear to play. There was doubt, similarly to Ryan Fraser, that will he be in the team, will he not? But he is, he's been cleared to play. He's guaranteed to at least be on the bench. So I think that one as well is another 50-50. Is it going to be Wilson? Is it going to be Carroll? But Wilson's got 8 goals in 7 appearances against West Ham. So that's a great omen. Get him in there, get him firing straight from the start. If so, like I say, it's 50-50. If he's going to start, then wicked. If you can add to that tally, get 9 and 8, wicked. 10 and 8, 11 and 8, bollocks, don't care. So there's my starting 11 there. Then we'll get into the bench, where we'll have Mark Gillespie on the bench, of course. Emil Kraft as full-back cover, which would exclude DeAndre Yedlin. I'm not going to put him in my team, as I think he might be one of the few that's going to be sacrificed to make that 22. Matt Ritchie, we're going to probably need him in. As I say, he's got a bit of a calf injury. He's touch and go. Brucey also mentioned that he might have had his head turned by the Bournemouth talk. Hopefully not. We don't really need that kind of negativity in the team. But we need more option. Ritchie can play as a left-back if we need cover there. Emil Kraft can play as a centre-back as well. He was probably going to be our only possible centre-back option with everyone else being injured. So if anything does happen to Lascelles or Fernandez, it might have to be Kraft that goes in there. And Ritchie either as a right winger to replace Murphy or a left-back to replace Lewis if we need to do that. Jeff Hendrick in midfield along with Sean Longstaff, as I said, maybe a 50-50. That could be Shelvey if Brucey decides to go with Sean Longstaff starting instead. Joe Linton on the bench. As I say, he's only had about a week and a half training, so I wouldn't put him in the starting lineup just yet. Who can provide cover anywhere on the front 4, really, as a number 10. Not really as a striker, but on the left-hand side especially, yeah. So again, he could cover for Murphy. Maybe just bring Murphy off, put Maxi on the right, Joey on the left. That could be one option. And of course, Big Andy up top is the main striker rotation. As I said before as well, that could also be Callum Wilson if Carroll can start. So that's the bench then, and the notable absentees that I've left out, who I believe are fit, that probably need to start making ways out if it's a sale or a loan or something. As I say, we need to narrow down 28 outfield players to 22. Lejeune's already one of them gone today. Yedlin, Atsu, Barlaser and Saive are likely to be a few of the others. Potentially Murphy as well. As I say, he's only got himself to prove. He can have that opportunity in the next couple of weeks before deadline day. and Muto as well. He's probably going to be on his way out as well. So that's the team for tomorrow then. As I say, I've got a 3-2 win prediction on. Hopefully that comes in. And that's it for today. We'll be back on Monday to cover the Blackburn game. Let me know what you guys think. What's your lineup prediction? What's your score prediction? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching, everyone, and enjoy yourself.